Okay. Um, so, let me see. How are we doing? Right, so instead of doing the microwave, I cook this on the burner. Okay, so I have about 2 cups of flours, equivalent to 4 tablespoons of powdered sugars and about half a cup of sugars. Okay, and then I stir until it forms. So it's forming already. My hand's pretty clean. I washed it a few times. So this is what mochi is supposed to feel like. Okay, the dough. Okay, if it's too sticky, then have too much water. Can you hear better? Hola to you too. Welcome. So I was explaining that I'm making ice cream mochi today. So I have three colors. I have pink, green, and then white. Okay, this is natural color here. So I knit this and I fold it many times, so it's very sticky. Okay, because I learned from the original. See, I learned from the original old man, old Japanese man who know how to make mochi in a traditional way. He steam his sticky rice and then he will fold it, and then he will use the he beat it in a traditional way. He beat it a long time to allow the flour to like really glue together, you know, to get the best result of it. Okay, so so that's what I did. Okay, how do you know if the dough is done? It should be shiny like this, and it should form into a little nice ball. Okay, it's very sticky, it's hard to handle. Okay, so you need parchment paper. Right. And I'm going to use the potato flour, so make sure that we flour a station really well, because it had a mind of its own. It's going to be sticky. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to brush this off. Remember last time when I did this, we brush it off. Okay, when we're about to put the filling, we brush this off. So, and use your pen. Okay, so just flatten it, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Allow the dough to cool down, so that once it's cooled down, it gets less sticky. So with the green one that I had, it was a little bit sticky because I think I did too much liquid on the green one, so it was pretty hard to like handle. It was so sticky. I have to use extra flour to flatten this. So it works best with parchment paper. Okay, even with parchment paper, I still having issue with it. Okay, yes. So sticky rice is doing its sticky mess today. It's just like wanted to live up to its name, sticky. Okay, so I have my sweet friend Lucy cooking also. So please don't mind us, okay? We like to make a lot of noise in the kitchen, and she's gonna make rice porridge today, vegetarian rice porridge. I also made vegetarian egg rolls because she wanted some, so I made some for the family. So transitioning to eat more vegetable than meat and seafood. Okay, so here I have it. Okay, I don't have a full sheet. I'm gonna go ahead and rest it at this size, and when we're done with it, we're gonna bring it back and we're gonna roll some more. Okay, we're gonna flatten some more. Make sure that you're able to remove them. Okay, if you can't remove them from the parchment paper, then we are in trouble, in sticky mess trouble, if you know what I mean. And then I had issue because this is sticky mess also. If it's getting so sticky mess, then put some flour on it. Okay, we're gonna brush it off with a nice brush. In fact, I have to go look for my brush. I forgot about it. Lucky me, it's within. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the fridge for 30 minutes because I have the other one, the pink and the green one, in the fridge over 30 minutes already. Now, let me go check on it, okay? So that way we're not overdoing the dough. My bad. I dropped a cup of ice. Okay. So this is my first dough right here, and it's chilling. I had it in pink, and it's already chilling, which is nice. Okay, I fold it because I need the space. And the green one also chilling already. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the white one in the fridge and just let it cool down because it's a little warm here. Okay, so to prevent it from dry, so I'm just gonna cover it with white cloth or any clean cloth. So we will need a bowl. Okay, we probably need this size here, and then we don't need it too big. And I have a mini cupcake cup. Okay, but they recommend that we wrap it in a plastic paper. The reason that I explained that because it helps hold the mochi in place. Okay, because if you don't, and when it's in the freezer, it's gone through that process of expanding. It just turned into unfriendly mode, unfriendly. I don't know. It transformed into a little nasty, ghastly. What do you call it? It just not okay. So it flattened. Okay, put it that way, because when we put the filling in it, it transformed. This is the green one, the one I told you that was so sticky because I think I had too much water over it. Okay, so for the notation is that if it's too much water, then you can add a little bit more flour. Or just you okay with that? Okay, I'm trying to like smooth this dough, so that way will be smooth. But I don't think I'll get that with this baby here. Seems like I'm struggle with it from the beginning. Okay, so I'm gonna take enough from this and probably because I need some green color, so I'm gonna do the smooth side of it. So what I do is that I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. You don't need a knife, Em? I'm gonna use the knife. Okay. So remember what we did last week. Okay, we just gonna navigate around it, and then I think it was easier to get a small bowl also. Okay, so it's just too easier to, because I'm dealing with ice cream today. Okay, so the ice cream is a little sticky mess than the fruit that I used last week. So it's already sticking pretty sticky. It's one of those things. Okay, so sorry, I got hair stuck into my nose. Okay, so if it's not cooperating, we can go ahead and do a little bit more of stretching. Look at that. I'm telling you. If you do it wrong, the whole thing will be wrong. I should have added a little more flour, you know. Anyway, so they recommended that we should brush off the extra flour, which is because mochi flours is already cooked. Okay, it's not raw flour, so therefore the flour that we help with facilitating the sticky mess is raw. So we want to brush it off as much as possible. Okay, so I still want to stick to my finger. Believe it or not, it is like supposed to be a beautiful beautiful project, but it's going to be irritating project because. So I have two flavors. I have blueberry twirl, oatmeal, and this is vanilla oatmeal. So we're gonna do about that much of fillings. Okay, see if it's gonna even cover. I'm trying that with the bowl, but the bowl ain't helping at all. Okay. Oh, I'm happy for you too. I was supposed to get this. Okay, so maybe I'll get a bigger plate, bowl, so that way it'll work better. Okay. Okay, so, oh dang it. Because I think my ice cream melt too much. Okay, so let me put one in the freezer right now. Don't do that. Okay, what happened here? I'm gonna sample it. Not bad. Just that it's not quite done yet. See that? So I got the dough right. I'm sorry, that was just one bite. Okay, I'm sorry, being rude, but the dough tastes good. Let me get a bigger bowl, okay? Let's see if this is gonna fit. I don't know, it's about the same size. Okay. Now the dough tastes really good because I spend a lot of time folding it. Okay. So it tastes pretty good. And the ice cream, Okay, let's do it again. Remember, we'll try until we get it right. We're not gonna give up on this. I learned from that old Japanese man. He made that for life, you know. So he know what he's doing. You know, he didn't struggle at all. He was a real fine old man. You know, he probably making that for the last 100 years or something. So he was doing mighty well. So the dough is very sticky. It shrinks. So that's an issue with it. Okay, so that's why we have to move quick before it shrinks back to. So I wanted like the smooth surface. Okay. Yeah, I'll try it again. I think this one might be too big. Because I'm supposed to have this this frozen, but I brought it up from the freezer upstairs, from downstairs too long, I think. My problem is, okay, pinch them together. Come on, you can't go nowhere. It gotta work. Okay. I think last week I kind of make a little I know ice cream can be sticky mess here, okay? All right, so that's far. Let me pinch this so it'll seal. The ice cream melted. It's not even working for me. I think I like the fruit better. It's a lot friendlier. Okay, so remember this. This is gonna go into the freezer quick, so that way it'll stay frozen. Okay. I know I'm still learning as well, but I don't want to give up on anything. So I think last time I did this, and it come out okay. I mean, it didn't look impressive, but it tastes good. That depends on the amount of time that we prepare the dough. If you got the dough right, then you're good. If you got the dough wrong, then even you got it pretty, it won't turn out too good. Okay. So I think the way they did it, it just like cover this upside down. Okay, so the technique is that when you freeze it's at least you put it downward this way. Okay, so you twist it like this and allow everything to stay in place like that. Yeah, it's not funny at all, but I'm trying to laugh for you. But the ice cream is melting, so I probably have to put this in the freezer very, very quick. Okay. Let me do this. I don't like the stickiness. I shouldn't have bring the ice cream up too early. I could have. Okay. So I just want to show the idea. Okay, if you're gonna do this, make sure the ice cream is solid frozen, so that way it's easier to handle. Okay, because it's not solid frozen, it can cause the issue where it's gonna run around like cartwheel. But then everything else done right, the dough done right, save for the ice cream is running. Just like find every impediment. Okay, so yeah. How do we keep the ice cream inside here? We gotta wrap this completely. Okay, I can't find my outer roller. My outer roller is an older one, and it does not have this sticky issue. If you want to eat first, you can. Okay, I'll eat in a little bit. Maybe if I use smaller fillings, will work. Okay. Definitely make sure that the ice cream is frozen. Okay, it worked a lot better than my issue here. My issue here, I brought up the ice cream too early, so it started to melt. And it's supposed to pinch it, keep the ice cream inside it. Okay. It's cold right away, so when I sample it, it was good already. Even if it didn't turn out as well, but you know what? It just needs some perfection. Okay, so we have to learn this thing. You know, one day soon we'll be perfected. Okay. So when you go in the freezer, it will expand. It will control in the little incubate. I mean, in the little bowl here. Okay, so if it does expand, then it won't be flappy. It won't be flat. It'll be like that. So I know that ice cream is going to be a little bit difficult to deal with because the ice cream melt. Okay. I did this. I did a little bit color green. I add the color right after I blend it. First, I mix the flours with the sugars, the regular granulated sugars and the powdered sugars, flours and water, and mix it really well. And then first turn on a medium-high heat, and you just keep folding it, mixing it until it's sticky and turn shiny. Okay, it'll take about 15 minutes because if it does not cook, and you won't have this texture. Okay, this is a texture where the sticky rice is done. Okay, completely. So that way, when you eat it, it'll give you gassy stomach, or it'll digest better. Okay. All right. Okay. It's so small here, so I'm gonna use a little bit of filling only. Because this is my first time doing with ice cream. I did the other day when I did the fresh fruit, it worked better. You know, because fresh fruit does not run like ice cream. It is fine. We learn new thing every day. So there you go. We seal the ice cream in. See, it got better. Okay. It got better. This is one size only, one bite. Okay. So I have to wrap it right away because I don't want my ice cream to leak out and melt it away. Remember, okay, we wrap from top down. Kind of twist it on the bottom here. Okay. So that way it does not have sticky mess. And I have 3 so far. Okay, I'm gonna do the pink one. I probably need to put this in the freezer right now. Allow the ice cream to go back to its normal. Okay, give me 1 second, please, because the freezer on this one is not working too well. On your note, okay, if you're lactose intolerant like I do, you can do a sherbet. Okay. When you're done using, you go ahead and wrap it so that way it will stay it'll stay soft. I'll put in the fridge in a minute. So So if this is my pink one, so my pink one, the dough turned out pretty good. Okay, I didn't have issue with it very much. Go ahead and I'm gonna expand it a little bit. You can use sherbet or you can use yogurt for the fillings. You can do any kind of filling you like. You can do fresh berries. You can do saute a bit, but even just Nutella. I think people do Nutella also, so you can. That's probably gonna easier solution. You don't have to prepare nothing. Ooh. I'll do the cup. I think that's what happened last time I did the cup, and it turned out a little bit better, huh? It's a little bit bigger, which is probably easy to handle. I don't know. I don't like sticky rice in this sticky mess because it just don't matter. I think it's about the same size. Yes, in fact. Huh.
The pepper, black pepper. The small pepper.
It's in the second basket now. See it? Excuse me. No problem. You know, it tastes so good. It just that so. I'm disappointed with the ice cream. I shouldn't have bring it up too early. It was hard earlier. I still have jackfruit. I should have processed the jackfruit also. I was gonna do this. Mama sticky rice very stretchy, so oh shoot. Even stretchy as it is, it's still a mess. I'm gonna eat this one again. Just, I'm sorry. I can't handle that. Let me make a better one. Oh, what happened to all of that? Okay. This is probably too big, but you know what? I'm tired of it retracting. There. I shouldn't have size issue. Look at that. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. I can't remember what size I used last time though, you know, but this is gonna get too big. But you know what? I'll make a giant one. I'm gonna break all the rules there is in the world. Oh, do a giant mochi. Shoot. Hey. Guess what? It worked. You just need a lot of room. Okay. Oh, whoever got lucky with this one, shoot, maybe birthday boy will have this. I thought I can solve some simple issue. Okay, here we go. Because we have such a big one, we're gonna do a big cup. How about that? Hey, look, it worked. once in the freezer, they said it tastes better when it's in the freezer. And I believe them, okay, because it does taste better. But that's why I'm going to sample this again. Because I haven't sampled the pink one yet, okay? I had the green one, so. Not bad. It's just get the dough to behave itself is what we need. Okay? We'll do a few more and then we're gonna put in the fridge. In fact, this is too big. I'm not quite too happy with it. Okay, I wanted something to be smaller and cuter. Like one bite size. No. Let me stretch it a little bit there. I used a few drops of red food coloring, okay? And then it doesn't turn out red, but it come out very nice hot pink, which is nice. Not pink, almost like a peachy pink, which is really nice, you know. I really like the color. Remember, I have extra flowers. I'm gonna brush it off, okay? Thank you, Em. I appreciate it. I'll eat in a little bit. Oh, you make for tomorrow too?
No, I mean, yeah, like tomorrow. But it's on speed well, okay?
Okay. You use all the bean sprout tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I know sticky rice is this complicated, you know. I deal with sticky rice in a different manner, but this manner right here is irritating. When they said sticky, I didn't really believe them. Now I do. Because I know I have to deal with them in this manner before, you know. Okay, irritating father. So if you like ice cream mochi, okay. So the goal is to stretch this when the flowers were still warm, okay? So when the flowers already gotten cold and it retract. So it's not even fun to work with, okay? So make sure that you flatten it, and that's about the thickness that you need, okay? But because I can't find the right bowl for this, okay? And it would have been nice. So that's why the success to this is that to flatten it when the flour is still warm and it worked better. When the flour is cold, it's not nice. Okay, it's not friendly no more because it's not sticky. It's just that it just not cooperating very well. It just had its own mind. It just what the word? It had short temper like me, I think. And so my ice cream is melted. It's not even funny, you know, because I had it out earlier than I should. Okay, so we're never gonna have a smooth bottom. Okay, just do as much as possible on the bottom, because we are not machine made. Okay, so there's no way that we can make the bottom smooth. So if the bottom is not smooth, don't worry about it. Just put it upside down like this, and as long the top is smooth, and it should be good. Okay. So what I do is that I probably gonna put the ice cream back in the freezer and let it freeze a little bit. It's easier to work with. Okay. I still have one more that is different flavor that will work better than this here. Okay. So just remember, if you're gonna wrap, then put the plastic over the mochi side. Okay. And then flip it over and twist it a little bit, just to keep the mochi in place like this. So it's in the freezer, then it'll still have a nice shape like that, huh? Okay. Okay. So when you deal with ice cream, I think that we need to make a few trips to the freezer, to put in the freezer right away. This one I didn't have issue with. It just fine and dandy. It just too big. Maybe we just turn this into a birthday cake. How about that? Huh?
You want to eat avocado in the refrigerator?
Thank you, Em.
I don't want avocado here because it's good.
Okay. It's all ripened. Okay. There you go. So I have 3 green one, 3 pink one, okay, and I still have 1 white one. I'm gonna try that one and see how that goes. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this back. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and keep it cool. Okay. If I wanted to make this tomorrow, I could also. And if you're gonna make it tomorrow, then make sure you wrap it with the plastic bag so that way it does not dry out. Okay. So I made 3 flavors. I'm gonna have issue with this one because I didn't flatten it too well. Okay. Like I said, it flat better when it's warm. So once it's cold, it had its mind of its own. Okay. So for 2 cups of flours, you probably can make about 8 mochi when you spread it out thinner. Okay, last time I did it thinner, it worked really well. It didn't give me a hard time at all. In fact, it was a lot prettier in this one. maybe what I'll do is I will put the flour back in the microwave and warm it up a little bit and re-spread it over. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Because when it's heated up, and I'll be able to stretch it more, and I can work with it a little bit better. But this right here is too thick, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put in the microwave for a second to allow the sticky rice to trace, to get softened, and I'm gonna stretch it a little bit better, and it's gonna work better. Okay. Remember, these flowers are all done. It's ready to eat. Okay? It's not raw. When I was learning from the master mochi maker, he made it from like a very ancient way where he didn't even have mixer like we do here. He's still using the pestles and the mortar, and he worked alone. He was a healthy old man, you know. I mean, he must be making mochi for a long time, and I think the whole village love his mochi. Okay. This one right here had very little flowers. Okay, I'm gonna brush it off also. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, because I needed to flatten my flour a little bit. I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for a second and flatten it. So it's just an idea. If you're gonna make mochi, if you're gonna make ice cream mochi, then make sure that you get your ice cream. Don't get it out too early like mine when it started melting, and it's harder to handle when it's melted. Okay? And it's a lot easier to handle when the dough is thinner also. And if you lactose intolerant, you can do fresh fruits. You can do cherry, strawberry. You can cook beforehand, or you can do it fresh, but then you have to chop it and refine it so that way it will smooth out. Last time I did it, I find chopping it, and it worked out better than ice cream. I don't have to struggle like I do with ice cream here. Okay. Ice cream is a little bit struggle, and I didn't like that. You know. Yeah. Now this one is not too bad. Look at that. Okay. Turned out nice. Okay, so something similar to this you find. Okay, you don't have to be like super perfect. This one right here is a little bit thicker, so the dough is a little bit thick, which is fine. I think it worked well. Okay, so it come out something like that. Finally, you know, there's something that I like. I like it turn out like that, but I'll make it work. I know how to fix simple problem with cooking. The Maya. Yeah. Okay. So I'll do a couple more, and then I'll put in the freezer, and it should be ready in the morning. In the morning will be fine mochi. Okay. Okay, for your note, make sure that you spread out the dough while it's still warm. Okay. once it's in the fridge, it's settled, so you won't be able to even stretch it. If you're gonna stretch, you're gonna have to pull it like this, okay? Still, even you pull it, it's still tracking. It's still pulling it back, which is crazy. But it's cool though. It's very cold. The flour is very cold, plus the ice cream, so it should work really, really well. I'll work on making a pretty one. Yeah, I'm work on it a little bit more with patience. I'm gonna put the ice cream back in the freezer and let it harden up a little bit. It'll be easy to handle. In fact, I have jackfruit too. Maybe I'll do the jackfruit also. I still have jackfruit from last cooking. Maybe I'll do that. Sorry. Okay, so notations. Spread your dough. Soon after you get it out from the warmer, okay? Spread it out thin so that way you will have a beautiful textures of the cake. Because one is cooler, one is in the fridge cool. The sticky rice have tendency to, the sticky is eliminated, but you won't be able to like stretch it. And I think that's just the nature of sticky rice. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to spread out the dough a little bit more. And I'll do you guys short for that. Okay, for now it's not working very, very well. I'm sorry. Okay, but well, this one is good. I like this. This is what I like it to come out. Okay, but I'll make it. I'll fix it, and I'll do a little short for that so you see the rest. Okay. All right, but I just want to say thank you for coming on to the show, and let me put this guy in the freezer and allow the ice cream and the dough to get hardened. So the best they recommend that we should leave in a freezer for at least a day, okay, 6 hours at least, or until the ice cream is formed. Now here we go, my mochi. So the mochi dough, I got it good, okay? Just that I have to remember to spread out the dough completely thinner, that way it's easier to wrap. Okay, so when the dough is too thick, it's hard to wrap it. So it's just for your notes. And make sure that when you spread out your dough, so when you're done cooking it, bring it onto the parchment paper, okay, and top it some cornstarch if you're not allergic to corn. So I used potato starch today. No, I did yeah, I did the potato starch. You can use regular cooking flour work also. Okay, and then you just use the roller and spread it out thin. So if I do 2 cups, I should have gotten at least probably about 2/3 of this. Okay, so that way you will have a very nice square, okay, square dough, okay, about that long, that big. So you imagine that you would do about egg a little cuppy, where you can wrap it with your favorite fillings. Okay, you can do fresh fruit. Make sure to chop it really fine, so that way if you wrap it, it won't be bumpy. It will be smooth, such as this. Okay, because ice cream is supposed to be with smoothie, but if you can do ice cream, don't do what I did today. Okay, you can do ahead of time. You can scoop it. You can scoop it like and then you can put it back in the freezer. Okay, so I guess you can scoop it this way and then put on the parchment paper and freeze it in a little ball. That will work also. Okay. So since I want to try something different, so it didn't work too well, but for your notation, if you do ice cream, then scoop it, okay, and do the parchment paper, put on the parchment paper and freeze it until the ice cream hard. It's easier to wrap it. Okay, if it's runny and it's hard to handle, and that is just for the note if you're gonna try mochi. It's not that difficult, you know. It's a pleasure. The texture is really nice if you do like mochi, because I like mochi and I know how the texture is supposed to be like. So tonight the texture was a lot better than last time. So so the success to a nice dough for the mochi is you need to like really work on the folding the dough while cooking it. Okay, if the flour is done, if the dough is done, it's cooking done, it's still warm, so you need to knit it until you fold it until it turns shiny, until it really forms sticky, just like we have here. Okay, see, it's very sticky. See that? Okay, it's very sticky. So and with that stickiness, we'll be able to wrap it nicely. But I think I'll do is that I'll leave it in room temperature for a little bit until it get to warm up a little bit, and then I'll work on it again. I think I have a better success for that. I'll put the ice cream back. Maybe I scoop it and freeze it right away, you know, so that way I have nice round mochi. It's a learning process for me, you know. I'm not scared about making a boo-boo on here, because like I said, I'm learning. It's not something that I'm accustomed with, but something that I love to learn about it. You know, and last time I did a good job. I did with the fruit, and it was a lot easier to handle than ice cream. That because the ice cream, you have to follow certain rule about the ice cream, is that the ice cream have to be frozen and be hard in a little ball. Okay, don't make them too big. And then if it's a big filling, then you have to do the big dough, big what do you call it, the big flap. Okay, if you do small one, then, you know, I mean, it's manageable. It's not that difficult. First I thought mochi would be something, you know, difficult to do. It's not difficult. Okay, the trick is these here. Okay, if you get these to work for you, because this tastes delicious right here. Okay, even without the filling, it tastes pretty good. Huh? last time I did I have 3 fillings. I have strawberry, I have fresh mango, fresh strawberry, and fresh I have fresh pineapple, and it turned out really well. It's no sticky mess like ice cream. Okay, so the ice cream have to learn that we need to make sure that it's frozen. Okay, it's easy to handle that way. So it's still too cool. Okay, I mean the dough is still cold, so I'm gonna leave it for a little bit while I put in the microwave in a little bit, and once it's warmer and I'll be able to stretch it, and I'll be able to do a better job in this case. Because this is the texture that I'm looking in making mochi. Okay, so it have to be on the top of it, it's supposed to be smooth and beautiful and presentable, and that means that when we do the flap on the dough, make sure that the dough are like this. Okay, it does not have bump, it does not have scars. If you have scars on your dough while you're flapping it, you can have scars on your mochi. This is okay. But if you have smooth surface, and then you will have a smooth, silken looking mochi. So I'm learning each time I do this. Okay, by the next 4 or 5 attempt, I can do a little bit better. Okay. So I mean, making Asian dessert that I grown up accustomed to, I have great success on that. When I cook other people's cultures, I still stumble upon, but it does not keep me from trying, though. You know, I mean, I'm gonna try until I got it right, until I'm satisfying with it. Okay, that's just my style. Okay, I'm not gonna get mad if I don't do it right or it didn't turn out good. It's just room for improvement. Okay, and that's what we do. Okay, we have room for improvement, so we have to understand that there's room for improvement. Okay, so I won't keep you any longer. Let me fix the dough first, and I'm gonna put this in the freezer already. Okay, before all the ice cream start to melt again. I'm gonna be eating all this by myself. That's not cool. Okay, so it's a short program today because I already done all of these. So like I said, I saw some of the quick way to do the dough is that they mix the ingredients and wrap it. They use a nice bowl, wrap it with a clinking seal, poke hole, and cook for a minute or 2 or 3 minutes or 2, and then each time you bring it out, you fold it, you knit it, and then you put it back, and you cook a few more, probably a minute more, and then bring it out, and you fold it until it forms like sweet dough. But I don't know if I trust the process. You know, maybe it's easier, but I cook mine on the stove, and I mixed it until it cooked really well, because I know that eating undercooked rice is gonna mess up the stomach. Okay, so that's why I make sure that my mochi cook really well. You know? So to do that, so when it get real sticky, if it's too sticky where you can't turn it, it's real too sticky. Okay, well first it's gonna be sticky, but when about 10-15 minutes later, it started to form in a little ball, and then you know that you do it right. If after 15 minutes, after the flour is done, but still really sticky, so you have to add a little bit more flour. That means you have too much water into it. Okay, and if it get too hard, then you know that you have too little water, and at that time it's hard to even add water. But add a little bit of water. Do, you know, quarter of teaspoon or a quarter of or maybe a teaspoon first, and if you follow the direction right, it should go right with the dough. Okay, if you have a successful dough, then you're gonna have a beautiful exterior of the mochi. Okay, and the mochi is very simple. It's only 4 ingredients. Okay, sweet rice, or the sticky rice, or glutinous rice. Okay, it has 3 names: sticky rice, sweet rice, and glutinous rice. Water, powdered sugar, and regular sugar. And then you have to cook the flours until it's done, and you fold them, and just like you do with the pizza dough, you got to play with it, and then make sure that you mix it really well to get it to be like a dough. Okay, and then make sure that it's thin enough. And if this is too thick, that's why I'm struggle with it. Okay, because I was pushed for time. I should have known that. But again, I mean, those are the little tricky things that we have to remember when we make mochi. We want to have a successful mochi. So I learned from my mistake, which honestly, it's okay. So next time when I do this, I know exactly what to do and how to do it better. So, all right. So, but if you want to try, you're welcome to try. Just remember that cook your flour, cook your dough really good. If it get too sticky, real sticky, too sticky to handle, then add a little flour, a little bit of flour, a little bit at a time, and then just keep turning it with spatula, a non-stick pan. Okay, so I use the spatula for it, and that's what I cook with. So just turn up. Once it's done, when the flour is done, turn off the heat, bring it outside, and just keep folding it until it's nice and shiny, until you be able to form it into a little ball. Okay, once you turn it into a little ball, then you want to rest it for a little bit, and then use the parchment paper, okay, and put some flour on the top of that little ball. Good night, thank you, Em. And then use a rolling pin. Okay. If it's sticking to a rolling pin, then use the flour. Okay, make sure that the rolling pin is clean, it's free of optical, like I have here, because it was too sticky earlier. And then with the flours, it should be able to transition smoothly. Okay, you'll be able to like stretch it smoothly, make it very thin. Okay, make sure it's about that thin. Okay. So it's easy to fold, easy to consume too. Okay, or when it's too thick, then all you can feel is just the dough, but you want to be able to balance the taste of the dough, the taste of the fillings. Okay, so you can do mung bean if you're vegetarian or you cannot handle. If you're lactose intolerant like me, which I have sampled with already, a little bit won't hurt me, but I have yogurt also. I might make some yogurt for myself. I still have jackfruit and frozen jackfruit. I can do that also. I can bring it out, thaw it out, and then chop it in small pieces. Maybe I do jackfruit because that's what I was looking forward to do. First of all, I have to wait for this dough to get a little warmer in a room temperature for about 30 minutes before I resume this. Okay, because I have a lot of dough that I need to work on. Okay. And I do a little short after I'm done successfully. Okay, a little bit impediment because the little step that I miss can cause a disastrous in mochi making, which is that's what I dealt with tonight. Okay, so disastrous is that my ice cream is not it was not in a frozen ball. Okay, if you're gonna do ice cream, then scoop the little ice cream. You can do half a teaspoon. You can do 1 spoon. It depends on how big, how small. Okay, and place in a parchment paper in a little ball, and just keep it frozen. Excuse me. Keep it frozen. Okay. And if you have too many, then bring out a few at a time and keep it frozen. It's time consuming. Okay, it's not like you have to have patience for this kind of thing because it's supposed to be like a very elegant looking dessert. Okay, it's not sloppy. It's not. It's supposed to not be messy. That depends on how we mix our dough. Okay, or our mochi flours or mochi dough. Okay, So if you're lactose tolerant like I am, you can do substitute for fruits. You can do any kind of fruit of your choice. Okay, next time what I do Nutella. I think it would be nice and easy. Okay, all right, so let me work on my finishing up what I started already. I'm gonna work on perfecting it. You know that I won't be able to sleep until I perfect this, because just let you know that it out of all the mochi today, I only got a few that look right. Okay, the rest I messed it up, but that's because I'm still in the learning stage, and to do this it'll take a few more steps of perfection. Like I said, it starts with how we flatten our dough while it's still warm. If it's cold, you won't be able to stretch it again. So I'm gonna reheat it, and I think I can fix that pretty easy. The sticky rice, I can stick it in the microwave for a second, and it's gonna get softened again. I'll roll it, put it back in the fridge, and then once it's ready, I'm gonna take care of it, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my ice cream back in the frozen sections, and it's, yeah, I'm gonna fix it because I gotta do it right. Okay, and I'll send a little short so that way you see how it turned out, and I usually do that pretty good at that. Okay, so most of all, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you today. It's a little bit busy for me because my sweetheart, he didn't have his birthday, so we went out and took care of the car, and then took him out to eat and spend some time with him, and come home and get everything done, and I started cooking. So tomorrow will be his birthday. And make sure that if you follow him on his YouTube and wish him happy birthday, he's always happy to hear from all of you and your support, and wishing him birthday will make a big deal for him, because he loved to hear from you guys. Okay, well, my birthday is past, and it was a wonderful birthday. It was really nice to have people that care for you and do a little surprise, and that's the nice gestures. And if your birthday also, happy birthday to all of you. Okay, and nothing but the best, good health, take care of yourself, and eat good, always exercise. And I know that food are good, but then sometimes food can be the opposite also. Okay, same for me. I like to eat, but I also set aside the time where I can be physically active. Okay. When we get a little older, we have tendency to change in our physical, mental, and emotional changes. So we have to take care of all those in order to stay well. Okay, it doesn't matter how old we are. We're never too old for anything. It only get better. I mean, don't feel like another year is not an older year. No, it's not like that. Okay, stop thinking of the negative. Be positive. When we get older, we get wiser. We learn the life. We went through life. It's just like when the Japanese swordsmith, how they create samurais, right? So you have to go through the process of singeing or burning the metals, and it's gone through the beatings and cooling down, and put it back in fire, and then beat on some more. It's just like our life. Sometimes it's like that. We have to, just like we being beat, we're being cold, being hot, and being beat, or being cold and hot. And then as that as time fly, maybe 10, 20 years, when you like survive all that, when you survive all that, it's a pleasure. When those days when I have to deal with those things, I feel like, oh Lord, sometimes maybe just like can't handle it. But then it went through quick, when I realized that it's been so many years that life had better for me. We don't have to be super rich. As long as we have a job, as long as we have our house, that's all we need. We have a home to that we can sit a bed, and I mean, we don't have to be a lot. As long as long we have each other, I think it's important also that we have each other. Okay. All right. If your birthday is this month or this week or was past, happy belated, happy birthday to come, and yeah, have the best birthday. Okay. CC, thank you so much for for he's working on not downloading his song. He's transferring his song into his own distribution platform. He has his own distribution, so that's what he's doing. He's trying to, in fact, in the process of coaching me how to help him with those work, because there's a lot of work for him, and he's so busy with the sound and didn't have time to do a whole lot. So if I can help take part of that big load, I think it would be nice. Thank you. Really? Oh yeah, it is. Caught in the Storm. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. In fact, I think he been contacted by a few major radio stations. I think one of them's in California, and can't remember the other one was from another state. So yeah, so he's Caught in the Storm. He released tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know what time it's gonna come out. He released it on his birthday. So this is first not first solo, it's one of his solo. He just released one a few months ago. The content that was a beautiful song, and this song right here, the lyrics are very deep, because but when he worked writing his song, he's the kind of person that he can do so eloquently. He doesn't have to ponder upon time where you have to go sit by the Himalayan mountain to get inspired. Just being in his studio and he's already inspired, and watching him write his own song and record his own song and create the track and lay the vocal and record his own song and distribute his own song. But he did all that himself. He doesn't have to. The only time that he will bring somebody in, maybe to lay the string, the guitar, or an instrument. Other than that, he did all that on his own. He produced, he write, he sing, he does a track, he write a song, he write the music, he distribute, he mastered, he's just one of those smart person. I mean, music is just like me cooking my food. I know ingredients. I know exactly how to cook. For him with his music, the same way, he just know how to do it. I mean, he does it so well. I mean, I can sit there and watch him. Sometimes he can write a song in one day. He sit there and then I saw him close his eye, probably meditated. All of a sudden, he get up and he started to lay vocal on his solo. So watching him doing that, it's really allowed me to appreciate more, because the person is so intelligent, and I remember when they write music, they have to be like in either in the stage of despair, or broken heart, and it'll write love songs. So I asked him the other day. He said, "How would you write this song, honey? This song, the Caught in the Storm. And to write this song, you have to be broken-hearted." I said, "What? How do you write a song when you're broken-hearted?" I don't know. A lot of time when I hear the sad love songs, seem like it's like somebody is going through like something gone through their life, and that they, that inspired them, so they have to put it out in form of music. For me, I would be, because I listen to a lot of sad love songs. I listen to Cambodian song, like growing up with Thai song, Laotian song. I like Chinese and Vietnamese also. I don't understand everything, but I just love the melodies. So when I came to America, when some of the major artists in around 1980, just some of their album and their solos just come out, and I started to listen to American song, but mainly my favorite song would be the Cambodian, some of the old records, and all the singers and all the producer, the writers and the musicians are all gone. They've been killed. Now you just only hear their voices, so it brings back a lot of memories. But to live and be around a music producer, it's a privilege to learn that how the song are written, so he tell me that, well, when I write a song, I feel it, maybe it's not toward my own life, it's not toward my own story. Some of the time where I went through the worst, like the darkest time in my life, when I wrote song that really not even about me, so yeah, so it just, I can't explain it, I mean, I learned to appreciate the artist and producer more, because before that, I don't know, I don't even listen just any song. That song have to hit my emotion, if it doesn't hit my emotion, forget it. One of those picky people. I don't have a lot of favorite artists. My artists would be like The Journey, the Eagles, and so very simple. So, but to hear him create his song, write his song, record his song, it just, I had a new level of appreciation for artists and producer, because we never know how complicated thing can be, writing song, producing song. Sometimes, people take 3 months, a year to produce one record, For him, if he wanted, he can do like 4 or 5 songs a day if he want. And he had hundreds, he had thousands of songs that he not even released. I said, why record it more? Why don't you just master all these songs that you have, that you save on your hard drive, and just release it? But I think that's what he's gonna do. Because he has so many songs that I heard, some of those songs are like amazing, so beautiful. I said, I like this, I like that, I like this song, that song, and when he hear that I like song of people who enjoy that, and then he, that helped motivated him, and he will come home and he'll work on it and release. But this one right here, he Caught in the Storm, is something that he just written just this past month. It's not one of his old songs that he wrote and never released. He had a lot of songs that he didn't release. He had probably a few thousand songs. If he released all that, imagine, that how wonderful that'd be, to have all that song that he worked hard on and he never released it. I said, why don't you release it? So I don't know, I should, you should, because some of the songs are beautiful. I had some of his CD, his original CD in the car, so I have about 10 CD of his original song that he didn't release. So I said, those are beautiful songs. Some of the songs I listen while I'm driving. I said, these are beautiful songs, and just happy release. And yeah, I should, yeah. So yeah, Caught in the Storm is beautiful. Okay, so check it out. I think he released it on Brand Artist Coalition, I think on iTunes and Spotify, and I'm not sure if he released on YouTube or not. Yeah, but follow Stone Paxton. He had all his song. Right now he's in the process of transfer some of his record from the record company. He want to transfer everything back to his own distribution platforms. I think that would be something that he's been doing, and yeah, so yeah, God support him and be beautiful. Okay. Oh, coconut dance. Thank you. Oh, remember the coconut dance. I don't have coconut today. I use all the coconut. I'm trying to do mochi, and yeah, I'm gonna allow my dough to behave itself a little bit before I get back on here. In fact, maybe I'll get back on here tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna leave my dough out here. I'll stick in the microwave and let it de-chill for a little bit, and I'll spread it out thinner, be easy to handle. So I know a little trick now, okay? So the mochi didn't turn out too terrific tonight, but I'll fix it. I know what the problem is, okay? The flavor is good. I love the textures, just that if I had it lay out thinner, it would be perfect, but it wasn't perfect today. So I'm not too happy, but I'm not going to be too disappointed on it, okay? Because I know how to fix it. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, Cece, for coming back on here, love. Yeah, oh, you see the coconut dance? It was nice. Yeah, yeah, coconut dance supposed to be a happy dance, you know. And then I think it's called the bamboo stick dance, where the two individuals had to stick to the end, and you know, I don't even know what that called. I think it's just bamboo stick dance, and the dancer would jump in between and move with the rhythm, you know. Those are, I think Filipino have the same dance movement. I think Hawaiian have the same dance movement. But the coconut, definitely, that is Cambodian, original Cambodian dance technique. My daughter, my baby daughter, when she was in Stockton, California, she attended the classical dance. In fact, she can dance a few of the classical Cambodian dance. But I never get her to perform it. She's a wonderful, beautiful child. Okay, so I pay for her piano lesson for 4 years. She's good at it, but I can't get her to play. She only plays when she want to play. Okay, I can't get her to perform. I can't get her to play anywhere, especially at church. You know, they want her to play at church. She said, nope. We got her the keyboard. I think she had it somewhere in the closet, and she like Chinese. She learned Chinese, so she speak and write Chinese. She's Cambodian. Instead of learn Cambodian, no, she didn't. She went and learned Chinese. Like, okay, whatever inspired you, you know, do. So she does beautiful Cambodian Apsara dance. Check Apsara dance, you know, Apsara, Apsara. It's called Apsara. It's a beautiful Cambodian classical dance. It's one of those original. We call it the goddess dance. This is where performed at the king court to entertain the court or the king court. So Apsara dance is one of Cambodian pride dance. Coconut dance is a culture dance that perform at certain function, you know, for fun and for entertainment. But the Apsara, the blessing dance, the flower dance, those perform at certain prestigious event. For example, at the New Year, at the birthday, or the wedding, or something that, you know, something fancy. But the coconut dance is fun. I remember when we have 10, 12 dance troops. We have equal number of boys and girls. You know, they dance together as partner. And coconut dance probably one of the easiest dance. You know, I could have learned when I got the chance, but then I wasn't into dance. I took some ballroom dance for a little bit. I'm not a great dancer, so I didn't even pay too much attention to it. But learn to dance is dancing is one of the skill that, you know, sociable skill. Sociable skill. When you go to the party, you know, you get up and dance, you enjoy. And if you don't dance, and you just sit there and nothing happened, just be bored. Yeah, but if you know how to dance, you know, you move and you enjoy yourself, and you'll be more popular when you can dance, and especially if you're a good dancer and you have so many friends at the party. I'm not a good dancer, but if I'm good at the party, I don't care how, you know, if I want to dance, I just move with the rhythm. I don't even care about how people dance and how you dance it. You know, I just move with the rhythm. I just move with the song, move with the music, move with the spirit. That's all I care. Freestyle, you know, I don't care about much of freestyle. Dance the way you feel like dancing, you know. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be like timid. Don't just sit there and like you carry the world on you, you know. Enjoy, you know. I mean, yeah. So New Year's coming, Cambodian New Year's coming, so they're gonna have live bands. So Stone and I and Cambodian Mystique and who else that we go with us? Meech will go to the Meech. What's his last name? Anyway, the producer, another producer, will go to the Cambodian New Year, sometime the Laotian years and New Year, and we just enjoy. They have live band and we just go and have some food and enjoy and meet other people. Once a year, it's not too impressive in Fresno and Stockton and Southern Cows are more impressive because there are a lot more people, a lot more demographic of refugees or the Cambodian, Laos and Cambodia, and Laos and Thai, they celebrate the same holiday, which is called Songkran, mean the pouring of the water. Okay. All right, love. Don't want to derail too long. It's getting later. So, usually, we're doing good. Cece, thank you for coming on to facilitate. Love you. Cambodian have beautiful cultures. I didn't realize how important it was until I got a little older. And Cambodian people, they're only that they're ancient people who possess a skill of craftsmanship, but then the dance are amazing. I have seen Belize dance, a little bit different, and the Thai dance a little bit different, the Laos also. There's some similarity, but Cambodian, if you see some of the classical dance, folklore dance, so the coconut dance considered folklore dance, and then the classical dance would be the Apsara dance, and those are beautiful and they take years of training. I remember when I was oversee the nonprofit organization, we have children that wanted to learn to dance, and we went to apply some grant, and we got a small grant and sent about 15 young women to Cambodia for about 3 months to learn to learn how to dance. So when they come home, they already know some dance move, and then we started teaching other kids. So now Stockton are doing good. They have their own troupe. In fact, one of my adopted daughters, she's a classical dance instructor, and she's been teaching for the last 7 years. She's doing good. I'm proud of her. She's one of those proteges and the products of the grant that we receive and send her and 14 other young ladies to Cambodia for 3 months, and not only just to learn how to dance, they also attending university, learning the Cambodian. So that was nice. There's some of the fun memories that I was able to accomplish as assistant directors over the nonprofit organization. It's fun, the cultural dance is always fun. It's always, for me, we collaborate with the community members. When we have event, we have Vietnamese dance, we have the Hmong dance, the Vietnamese, the Hmong, the Filipinos, and the Tongans and the Hawaiian dance. We used to have event we call cultures event, where we had people from the community with their own ethnic dance and ethnic event. They come prepared. They show their arts and the customs and the cultures in dance, in dress, in costumes, in languages, and even food. Stockton is so cool because people celebrate together. It's almost like it's a melting pot. So when moved here, everything is different because I'm away from that environment, so I'm not surrounded by a lot of Asian folk here. So if I want to meet Asian folk, I have to go to the Buddhist temple and meet a few friends. That's what I normally do during the New Year or during some of the important event. Stone and I and a few friends will show up at the temple and just meet people, just to learn about each other and exchange number and find new friends. Yes, I hope you do. I hope that you be receptive to learn of other cultures. If you have not visited Cambodia, you could visit and enjoy because Cambodian had like probably 500-600 of monastery, or not just monastery. The biggest temple compound would be the Angkor Wat. The rest would be um, smaller Angkor ruins. Everywhere, I think every other state in just Siem Reap state itself or province itself had so many temples. Okay, a smaller version, but it's always beautiful. It's always some of those old temples that you don't find anywhere else in the world. And or Thailand, even visit and enjoy, and in Laos or Burma or in France or in Germany, wherever that captivates and something that captivate you, then you visit. I used to tell my mom, I took my mom, she enjoys it, and she told me that maybe next year when she's not too tired and her health is still permissible and she want to travel, and I'll take her. I mean, don't wait until we dilapidated or we no longer able to travel. Just like that's what with my dad, he wants to travel, but I used to take him around. If I travel around the United States, I would take him with me, but I didn't get a chance to take him overseas to go back to his homeland. But when he died, that's what I did. I took his remains back to his homeland in Thailand and left him with the rest of his family members that passed beyond. So he should be happy with his family. Okay. All right. So hopefully that you will come out and enjoy the Cambodian New Year, because March, nothing happened in March, but at the middle week of April, if you're in Southern Cal, you will have plenty of activity. If you're in Stockton, California, anywhere where there's a large Cambodian community or Thai community or Laos community, they celebrate this holiday. Come out and enjoy. Walk in the compound, walk into the monastery, talk to the monk, talk to the people, enjoy the food, watch the dance. Be part of the event. Don't be scared, because Asian people, they're not discriminatory. They don't have to say, hey, you don't belong here. Not like that. They welcome you. It's always fun. We enjoy it. Every time when the holiday come, we went to different temples and just enjoy ourselves. There's food, festivities, we learn the cultures, we learn the costume, enjoy the song, enjoy the music, enjoy the company, enjoy the holiday, enjoy the festivities. Just, it's all about life, What are we gonna do without it, Just go out and be part of something, be part of something great, I mean, we live in America. We have Christmas, we have Thanksgiving, we have New Year, we have President Day, and we have a day off from work, and then we go to the beach, we go fishing, we go hiking, we go to the mall. We just have a normal thing, that's a normal thing. But Cambodian, when they celebrate the holiday, the New Year, sometimes last 7 days with song, with festivities. They just go on and on and on, they're like never end, They know how to party, so I don't know what to tell you. If you're around Cambodian people, you'll find some of the best people, best friends, because they love eating, they love drinking, they love karaokeing, they love singing, they love to dance, they love to be friends, and if you like to drink, find some Cambodian friend and you'll be fine. Okay? I don't drink, so I don't have a lot of friends. I'm not very popular among the party goer, but I'm popular in doing the community advocate. I'm popular with the ability to make a difference in the community. I'm not popular in drinking, singing, and dancing like that, but it is different popularities. Mine is more in-depth into humanitarian, into servicing of others. I have friends that like to party, they have the karaoke, they get together, they drink, they make food, and they eat, and they drink all night and until they drop, so they know how to party. So if I go to their party, I'm like, I need a glass of 7-Up, and it look like, what? And they're trying to shovel shot into, I said, no. when I said I do not drink, respect. You know, if you don't respect, I just go home. That's how. As a non-alcohol person, you know, you don't get invited to a lot of parties. That's fine. I accept the fact, you know, that if I do get invited, people have to mind my my way of lifestyle too. They're not gonna force me into drinking. They're not gonna shuffle the one shot into my throat. No, not spike my drinks like that. So I'm very careful about that. Okay, so the thing, if you don't drink alcohol, you still be able to enjoy, you know, the party, enjoy the company, enjoy making friends. Nothing wrong with that. It happened to me, you know. I mean, I don't drink. I still make friends. You know, I may not be the most popular person at the party, but it don't matter. You know, the participation, anticipation is there, so I'm not worried about it. But anyway, okay, love. So, remember, Cambodian New Year is not March. It's in second week of April. Sometimes it goes through the whole week in Stockton, especially. So, I mean, 10,000 people attend the event there. So if you have a chance to visit Long Beach, California, they got festival, Massachusetts, or even North and South Carolinas, and where else? Some of the states that had the high Asian population. You will see that they have the monastery, they have lemongrass on the front door. I don't know. For me, I think like the higher population of Cambodian would be Long Beach, California, Stockton, California, Boston, Massachusetts, and I think North Carolina, South Carolina, and then St. Paul, Minnesota. I think a lot of Asian, and of course in Fresno also. I mean, California probably had the highest, the higher of the Asian population, but in the Cambodian probably the second highest. The first higher would be in Boston, Massachusetts, where they turned the whole state into Cambodian town. But in Long Beach is Cambodian town, because you walk into Cambodian town, they had their own Cambodian name. Oh, they call it name tag, or the street name. You know, that's how influenced they are. Yeah, so we just like Chinese now, you know, where we are, we just want to occupy the land. But we've been here for 40, 50 years, you know, we did some good, you know. I mean, we brought in the cultures, the language, the music, the food, the skill, you know, and then we have children now that some of them are college graduated, so we contribute a lot into our countries and into the culture. So me, I'm the second generation. My mom's first generation, second generation, and then we have fourth generation, which my mom, me, myself, my daughter, and the grandkids. So we're lucky to have the fourth generation intact. You know, so keep my mom alive as long as she needs to be, and then hopefully that when my grandchildren decided to start a family, will be fifth generation. Hopefully not. So they be 18, so you never know. You know, I might become grandmother in a few years. I'm not sure, but let's say that let's help them enjoy their life and get their college degree before they start all that. Okay. So thank you for tuning in again. You know, I went off a little bit. I gotta take care of my mochi today. I'm gonna fix it, and I'm gonna get some pretty picture for you guys. Okay. Thank you so much. I love all you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me to share part of the cultural education part. We learn about each other. We enjoy each other. The best way to understand each other is to understand the culture, to understand what people are doing in the culture, what food they prepare in culture, and you tried it. You like it, you don't, then it's fine, you know. Get another recipe. Because Cambodian foods are not the most popular, you know, but then it's most eaten in the country. And some of those recipes are very old recipe, you know. Some I can't tell you, because some people say, oh, we never know we never seen Cambodian restaurant. I guess they are. Cambodian restaurants everywhere. You have to like Google it. It's not as popular as Vietnamese, not as popular as Chinese or Thai. You know, I mean, Chinese been in this land longer than us, and Vietnamese, they're pretty good because they're just like Chinese. You know, their food are very similar, and Thailand, the Thai people been here longer than us, and we probably was like the last baby boom in coming to America. So we, in this last 45, 50 years, we brought something to share. You know, I mean, not like from Thailand or Philippines, people, they come prepared. They come, you know, they educated, they scholars, they one of those people that come prepared for business advancement, for education advancement. For me and my family and the rest of refugees from Laos, Cambodia, and from Vietnam, we are refugees. We came here with no. We came here bare hand. Okay, we came as refugee. We came to seek asylums. We didn't come here for that fanciness. We came here because we need a place to live, a safe place to live. So we have to start everything from the scratch, and that's why it takes a long time for us to progress and make it into the real world. Okay, and that's why if you don't see Cambodian everywhere, you know, it's normal. Okay, but there are Cambodian almost everywhere. It may not be large population, but they are everywhere. I didn't know, you know, but my family is like in a lot of countries, in Australia, in France, in China, believe it or not, and in South Korea working, you know, and in France, in UK, in Japan, in Canada. So yeah, yeah. It a dispensation where Asian people now leave their land to go to another world. Okay, since the war, those people got the opportunity to leave their home to go to another country, which is never really happened, because the rest of the country, they have to come here on their advancement. They have to come here on their own. On their own. But as refugees, you come here through the government support system. So it's a little bit different, you know, where the adjustment is a little different, and the status is a little different, and the language and the whole attitude, the whole adjustment is a little different. And that's why people said, oh, how come, you know, you don't see Cambodian this and that, because we have different establishment, we have different status, and by the time we get here, it would take us 4 or 5 years to like be on our own foot, you know, different from the another country. We're coming in with advancement of high education, college graduate, master degree graduate. They came here to pursue high education. They didn't come here to seek asylums like us, you know. They come here with the language preparations. They came here with the money. They came here with, you know, preparation. We didn't prepare nothing. We came with a luggage of old clothes and have to start from like square one. And it took us a little bit of time, but we're here, you know. I mean, I've been here, 45, 46 years, so it's been my home since, and got a little better, you know. So, you know, we love it here. I love it. I don't care about anybody else. I, you know, do what is right and obey the law of the land, and that's all you do, you know. Doesn't matter who you are, whether you as born, or you naturalizations, or you green card holders, or you the dreamers, or you're the DACA, or if you are non-document, you know. I mean, find his way. I don't know about now because the situation changed with the immigration law. So I hear you, I feel you, you know, because I'm immigrants also. I'm a refugee immigrant, so I felt you, you know. But then I'm not allowed to talk about the subject without people feel some kind of way. So that's why I don't really mention anything about politics, because people say, "You're a chef, you don't talk politics." Okay, got it. I'm just talk about food then. Okay, all right. So we cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love it. Thank you. Hug you too, Cece. I appreciate you. I know you were on with Stone earlier. You've been busy. Yeah, he went on live today. I think he must be happy being 56. So, you know, I mean, I've been 56 long time ago. So, yeah, being over the hill is fine and dandy. Love it. You know, I never been happier being at this age, and never know that, you know, being at this age can be terrific in such a immense joy, you know, been there and done that and survive all it. So live life the way we want to live, pursue the happiness the way we want to pursue, you know, love God and trust that thing will be okay, you know. If you don't believe in God, then believe what you believe in, and that's all we can do, right? I mean, we respect each other. That would be the whole things around the community, that we respect each other. Stay safe until I see you again. I'm not sure. Tomorrow will be his birthday. I'm probably going to be, I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. I know that we planned dinner with a few other friends, and we already got cake ordered for him. I was going to do a few dessert. And the fact I did this, I was going to do a better one so that way I can share at his birthday. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to fix the dough and fix my ice cream so that way I have a nice, beautiful mochi. Okay, all right. Appreciate all of you. Honestly, you guys been instrumental. Thank you so much. Okay, I know that cooking is not everything, you know, because I like to share of the cultural portion also in order to understand each other. Because you guys communicate, you talk, and you know that make a big difference because we learn about each other, and it's important that we understand each other. Okay, appreciate all of you. Good night, TikTok. Appreciate all the heart, you know. I appreciate that. Please click follows and subscription. I appreciate all of you. Cece, thank you, love. Have a good night, okay? So much love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, TikTok. Appreciate all of you. Good night. Yeah. Good night, Cece. Sleep good, love. I'll see you back next time I'm coming back, okay? Not sure about tomorrow. I may not be on here, but if I do, it'll be a little bit later.